Back everyone to another episode of your daily dose. As you can see, the end of the limited time heroes event. Some people sniped it, and that is a-okay. Actually, I haven't seen some of these ones on the board before, which is nice. It seems like they've been saving up for quite some time. But we did manage to get the fourth place, which I think is like 60 or 80 of those tokens. Should be close enough for me to get old mate up to 3 star, which isn't too bad in the long run. Particularly because, well, we have Starlight Wish Event, and if it was surprising before, it's a little bit more betterer today, and that of course means that the White Marsh is available. Honestly, I mean, geez, it's so tempting to either go for that or the Divine charm thingy. I'll never be able to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. The G5 weapon, I think that's what it's called. What we could do though is we could suss this out. We could see just how close we are to acquiring the shards to get this guy all the way up. I think I should be close, right? I'm actually, yes, very good, very good. So we only need 60 of those, so we'll pull 60 up. I just wanted to check because, it'd suck to go and do the pulls and then realize that you're like 5 shards short. Make sure you have a look. Always make sure you have a look just to be sure. But we will go ahead, make this guy 3 star. Because why not? It'd be rude not to. Be rude not to. He gets some accuracy, which is very, very important for this character. Um, Honestly, the power up and all that sort of stuff is mediocre. Is there anyone close to being able to get up again? Probably not. We'll just throw it into this guy because he's halfway there. But basically we've actually been getting pretty lucky with some of these things. So we've been able to rank up a couple of those ones. I would say that I will still want to keep Deception and Inferno on this guy. I might change this out though, because I mean the honest truth is that, yeah, I want Gong Sun to do more damage, but I do want a backup. You always have to have 2 damage dealers on your team. Dong Zhao is quite nice, but the reality is he's a tank. He heals. He's a tank. He serves a purpose. But the reality is today we are going to be going for this guy. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you do your 5 a day missions. It goes like 9k gold. Yeah, 9k gold. Oh, it's expensive. It's expensive, particularly because we've been hit for the gold for the Annihilation event as well, which just passed, and of course the Summoning event. We can do some summons though. Let's warm it up. Let's warm it up a little bit. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe we get a full copy. RNG is not very kind to us though. Wasn't very kind to us on our birthday, so thank you so much for all your birthday wishes. Meant a great deal for myself and of course for liking and subscribing to the channel. I think if we're gonna talk about it, it's always gonna be the mythic box. You just need so many copies of these mythic tactics to upgrade every mythic tactic that you have. It doesn't really make any sense to go for anything else. And of course, the reality is if you have maxed all of your mythic tactics out, you can try and maybe work on these ones. Of course, grab some of these legendaries and create some of the index scores. It's absolutely up to you. But I think, mythic tactics. Eventually, we're going to have to drop it, right? Eventually, we're going to have to drop it. So the other question I think that we have to ask ourselves is, what do we got here? We got 25 selection chests. And we have, I want to say 45 shards. I don't think we've got any other shards. So that's 50, 60, 70. So either that or the weapon, I need 30 shards. Um, you can get them from this if you are a light spender. There is some consolation prizes there. So, I mean, in terms of value, of course, just go with whatever works for you. I think these are the better value packages out of all of them. There are some ones down here too, like if you have some dollar vouchers, probably go ahead and grab these. Very similar to the arms race in terms of value analysis, but I guess we could try. We could try for the White Mist. I mean, I like the weapon, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's time to replace the Fire Kitty. And now that we've pretty much secured the bag in terms of I want to say, in terms of being able to get How Tower up, it doesn't make any sense not to roll the dice. Let's just start it off. Let's see if we can get some solo pool madness. Remember the goal is to get 30 shards. Oof, two of them. I mean, it's possible. You just need to get two of you 15 times. I don't. Hmm. It's okay. PB's like he's like it's possible. Except they keep giving you this shitty legendary. We don't want that garbage. Get that out of here. Selection chest. Interesting. We only got three that time. RNG is not. Come on, give us something good. Give us like well, okay, one, two, three, six, seven. All right. So we almost got 10. All right, interesting, interesting. One last time. Let's see if we can get a selection chest. We could not. We seem to be lucking out a lot with this event, which I mean, I don't know about any of you, and I'd love to hear it in the comment section down below. I mean, the drop rates for the secondary pool, I get that a lot. I mean, I have pulled a lot of tactics on other accounts, but it just seems to elude me on this one, which is very, very frustrating. It would have been nice to start working on the Eagle one, and of course, for those that don't know, the Eagle one is slightly better in terms of its DPS capability than the other one. But I mean, if you are severely lacking sustainability on your team, you can always go with Wave Breaker. But most players have probably already bought the shards for it, so it kind of makes sense to use your merit badges in arms race to finish those ones off than having some left over. And of course, the other ones, the G1s, I mean, I think eventually this G2 selection chest will appear in the tournament. But that only happens like once a month or once every 2 months. I don't even know when the tournaments arrive. Like the rotation on this game is disgustingly bad. But in saying that, I mean, look, 15 of those. I mean, I might have to spend a tiny little bit more money, but it might not be a bad investment. It might not be a bad investment. If we do the maths, what's that? So we get 5 a day plus we get 3 a day. That's 8. Let me do the maths. 2 more days. That's 16. That's 40. I think we'd be a little bit short. We'd be like four short. That sucks. But in saying that, I mean, we could just buy the $7 package. We might do that. We might just suck it up and buy that, and then finally finish off White Marsh because I think that's pretty good. That's I definitely would say that it's worthwhile getting now. And be mindful though that I, I want to say that it's going to be out next event, but I think they might give us another Greedy Guts. I don't know. What do you think? I think it'll probably be in the family first event. So, I mean, if you get really close, you probably will be able to pick up a couple of those shards in the family first event. That's where I think I'm going to build the weapon from. If that's of course available for the Lantern Exchange, that should be the next event after this event. So keep that in mind, of course. Now, of course, the Clash Round 4 is available for those that have got the achievements. Make sure that you go in here and claim them. I think we got the MVP. So we got this weird selection chest. Honestly, don't know. I mean, let's see. Let's see how lucky we can get off one of these things. This will be funny. I mean, if we pull it, that won't be bad. I actually got one of them. And we got Vision. It's not bad. It's still technically a premium drop, and we got some resolutions. Obviously, if you haven't already subscribed, you make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification button. But I think I don't think this is. I think that's selection chest. I don't think there's any other things that I can technically grab. What have these ones got? These ones have still got the old G3. These ones might have some G4 in it. So be mindful of that. You know, the wishing event kind of helps you chip away at it. I'll give you that. It helps you chip away at it. Sadly, I'm at that stage though when I need, I think, 100 of these now. So I'm gonna have to keep saving those ones up. Yeah. let's jump into here. Let's have a look at the old world event. I know it's been a little bit slow in terms of making some progress. If you are like thinking about challenging some of these things, I mean, from my impression, what you get like 4,000, but here's the thing: A, you need to use morale, but B, there's always a chance that you have to fight them twice. So I don't really know if it's technically worth it. If you know what I mean, like I feel like going for the secured ones are a little bit better. Does that make sense? Like I feel like going for the ones below the top tier. Because of course, if you haven't sort of what's the word you want to use here, PB? If you haven't really figured out the scale here, I mean, the maximum that you can go is six. Five is nice, but that's equal, and then six is just going to be too much with the amount of troops that we have. I kind of just go the one before the maximum, but in this case, I feel like it would be beneficial for me just to farm these areas in terms of just not having to waste the troops and doing double attempts because you gotta remember every attempt takes up your tiger charms, which sucks. So yeah, there are some a little bit of micromanaging is what I'm going to use here. But of course, we did manage to grab that. That was the goal for today anyway, is to grab this. I think our troops went to like how high did our troops go? Or maybe did our troops just get like 1,000 more? I think we got 1,000 more. Jeez, I should probably read that. I just clicked the button. Let's see. Let's see though what they say if I want to fight these guys. Okay, target enemy is weak. So I think in these instances, you pretty much just always want to go for the green. And I'm still going to lose. Like, I still lost nearly 1,100 troops for that. So, and you gotta figure this out too. I mean, the morale wise, it cost us like 20 morale, I think, to get there. I'd have to pay a little bit more attention to it. Now, of course, there are some achievements that you should be doing that anyway. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you're upgrading your citadels, that's a big part of it, but there are some raid features here, so eventually you're going to have to fight them regardless. But I don't know, what do you think? Is it worth the biscuit? Is it worth risking it for the biscuit? Hey, oh, old mate Miko's already at citadel 6. I love that. I wonder if they'll start spawning the tier fives in my area. Actually, let's just go and have a look. Let's have a quick look to see if if we can actually find a tier six. Where's a tier six? Did I find one? I don't think I found a tier six. Wow. Let me see if I can get a tier five. Like there should be a tier five. All right. So it looks like tier sixes are not available. Um, and honestly, if you're gonna go against these things, make sure you have maximum troops because it would suck to go against them with like 2,600 and lose because there's a strong possibility. We didn't lose any troops. That's weird. What the? Did you see that? We didn't lose any troops against that fight. Wow, PB might be getting a little bit stronger. Let's have a look to see who's fighting the Azura Dragon. Doom is. Yeah, shits and gigs. Let's just go against them. We're gonna lose, but that's okay. Are we gonna lose though? I don't know. He's still using old mate Tashi Shi. No, I'd say Yoshi's gonna kill everyone. I'm gonna predict that one. Let's go, skip it. Hey, there you go. Didn't even dent them. That's fine. Well, I'm patient. I'm patient. I'll come back when everybody's asleep on the servers. All right, but basically, what I wanted to say is make sure you keep doing this. Make sure you keep doing this, because eventually, and I got this yesterday, and I feel like it's probably no monsters nearby. Wow. So they do max these things out. Can we see no monsters nearby? Oh, that kind of sucks. All right. Well, we won't be able to do you then. Let's just do a purchase here. So I did manage to grab the strategist yesterday, which was quite a nice little power up boost. I need these gold coins though. because we're very, very close to filling this guy out. I think once we get to the next gold coin bracket, we'll actually be able to build that strategist, which is kind of cool. So I know a couple of people said, oh, like you'll get both of them, but the reality is you're going to get this one quicker. So probably go for Zhao Zhang and then finishing off Zhu Zhang, because the reality is, like I said, you're going to get him quicker. And sometimes it's good to have the dual strategists for the synergies. You're going to build them anyway, which is absolutely fundamentally correct. I wonder when we can actually fight these guys. It'd be cool if we could start dueling other cities, but that might come in a different later stage. All right, well, I think I bored you all enough. There's not too much else to talk about. Let me know in the comment section down below, did you get lucky with your Starlight Wish? I wish I'd got this damn white marsh. That sucks. It sucks. Also, did you manage to level up your Generation 6 hero? Because that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Old man Hao Tao starting to get his accuracy buffs. I am going to love to see him at 5-star for all the extra goodness that he'll bring to the team, particularly those CCs. I really like the fact that he locks down the enemy team and prevents them from doing a lot of stuff, which is kind of cool. Plus, he does some surprising damage. All right, I'll bore you no more. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification button if you haven't done so already. Jump into our Discord in the link in the description field below. Say hello to the content creators in there. There's Fox and Grandpa Ray as well as the crazy nuts lurking in the background. If you see me on Facebook, say hello there too. Make sure you like and share the posts. But until next time.